Last time on Sakura Spirit. Time for more fan service. And now. With the slime girl gone, the villagers turned towards the fox spirits with confused gazes. The tension in the air was thick. No one knew what to expect. Finally, a familiar figure emerged from within the crowd. It's a pleasure to finally meet you again, Takahiro-kun. Even if the circumstances could have been better. What are you saying, Elder? That man is clearly in cahoots with the spirits, said every villager in the fucking village. Wait a second, these girls just wanted to help. Oni-sama, my head hurts. It's okay, dear, I'm here. Just hold on to me tightly. I'll protect you. And so will Taka-kun. It's a trap! Every villager making a Star Wars reference. Great. Silence! How dare you act with such hostility toward those who just saved your lives? Oh man, the dots got her. Narumi said the dots. The crowd seemed rather startled by the firmness in the old man's voice, but soon obeyed, some of them feeling rather ashamed all of a sudden. It is clear that you and your companions did not come here with ill intentions. Takahiro-kun, I must ask you to forgive the people of their nervousness and hostility. As you have most likely noticed, contact between the spirits and humans has been rather problematic at best. Yes, we understand this. It has been mentioned multiple times. I understand their concern, but you will at least hear them out? Very well. If that is what you desire, then it will be the least we can do for those who have helped save the village upon this day. However, let us wait for the chief to return. I believe it will be important for her to hear what you have to say. I'll go find her, Oji-sama. Feeling grateful that the elder had granted me the chance to carry out with my plan, we waited for Mio to return. Thankfully, the elder brought us somewhere private, where Machiko could tend to Mako without the villagers looking on in contempt. Ugh. How many times am I going to have to say it? I am sorry! I froze, okay? I panicked. Your sword is stronger than my Naginata. And was I even going to accomplish by... That is unacceptable. I will reprimand... What are those creatures doing here? Elder-sama, this is highly unorthodox. She's highly unorthodox. Shh, Mako-chan. These are our guests. Tsukino Dono. You shall treat them with the respect they deserve. Now take a seat and listen to their tale. That is an order. I understand, Elder-sama. First and foremost, let me express my gratitude for helping save this village. While Tsukino Dono's brave attempt to stop the spirit allowed us to prevent further damage, I fear that her fate would have been much worse had the spirit been allowed to continue its rampage. Therefore, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for saving Tsukino Dono and this village, Takahiro-kun. And you, as well, fox spirits. No problem. Tsu-chan told us to do it. Besides, Sakura's a stupid smelly meanie pants. We humbly accept your gratitude, Elder-sama. Narumi-chan, Tsukino Dono. So thank you, Mako-san, Machiko-san. You really helped us out there. You got more guts than me. That girl had me terrified. Have you not considered that they might be working together with that monster? And that this is all a ruse to sneak into the village and steal what little resources we have left? The elder sighed before his gaze sharpened, his tone surprisingly stern in the comparison to how he had just been talking. His voice was so harsh that both girls visibly flinched at the sound of it. Mio, you seem to be underestimating the power of these spirits. If those three had joined forces, there would possibly have been no village left to defend. The man sighed deeply, shaking his head before continuing. You should be grateful. We would not stand a chance if all spirits were to conspire against us. Do I need to remind you that we can barely stand our ground against even one of them? Elder-sama, you must understand, due to my situation, I simply cannot pretend to be friends with a spirit, not after everything that they've done to us. But for now, I will at least remain silent on the matter. There's more at stake here than my personal feud. Know this, fox spirits. If I find either of you doing anything suspicious, I will personally find out whether my sword goes through you as ineffectively as it did that monster. There shall be no talk of such things within this house. Now, Takahiro-kun, you mentioned you wanted to tell us something. Could it be related to your younger companion's comment? I find it curious to hear her mention the name of an old spirit such as Tsuyuri. Actually, what I'm about to tell is something I learned directly from her. You mean, you met her in person? I nodded my head firmly. There's a reason behind the spirit's attitude towards humans. And doesn't it strike you as odd that there are only spirits in this particular area? It is true that there has been no spirit sightings outside of this region, but what does that have to do with us? It has something to do with this region, apparently. You see, the spirits here aren't from this world. You mean to say... Taka-kun, what are you saying? We are spirits, but surely we are still of this world. Oni-sama, what does that mean? Tsuyuri told me you probably wouldn't remember it, because of how young you were when it happened. But spirits have a world of their own. Some accident caused both worlds to merge temporarily. Then why aren't there more spirits around? The whole thing was apparently dealt with before it got out of hand, but a few spirits became trapped here. Machiko-san, Meiko-chan, and 4 other spirits were unfortunate enough to get stuck here. I think Tsuyuri willingly came here to watch over them. You remember being with Tsuyuri for a while, don't you? That's none of your business. Tsu-chan took care of us for a little while, but then she took us to the mansion and sort of left us there. Now we can only visit her when she wants us to. What about these 4 other spirits? Even though she's a powerful spirit, Tsuyuri has to follow certain rules. Because of that, she wasn't able to reach the other spirits. Oh, I knew that the dots got Narumi. She's a daughter now. She's dotting around. I do not know what to say. I need a moment. Might I use another room to compose myself? I'll show you. I can take you somewhere and look after you to make sure you don't do anything fiendish and all that. Come on, Machiko-san. This way. When Machiko and Narumi left the room, I sighed and turned my focus back onto the conversation. Now about the panty theft. Ah, right. They did seem rather adamant about getting their hands on those for some reason. What was the purpose of that? Surely those girls have undergarments of their own? It was a simple mistake. I needed maiden silk for my spell. How was I supposed to know that if it was something other than the silky things girls wear? It was all a misunderstanding. None of them knew that maiden silk is another term for a wedding sash. Innocent. Huh. If they really thought that, they could have just used their own. Yeah, that's where you're wrong. Oni-sama and I don't have any. Oh, that makes everything a little more awkward now. That's a very short skirt. I have a feeling that would be hard to miss. Anyway. You two... I think we should move on to a different matter. Yeah, moving on. Tsuyuri suggested that we find a way to help you guys out. If we can make you trust us, we figured that maybe you would make us the sash. But why would we need such an item? Why would you need such an item? Ooh, silly man, I already told you, I need it for a spell. Meiko-chan, this guy isn't a magician. He doesn't know what you're talking about. Basically, Meiko-chan has been researching a spell that would allow her to travel to another realm. Why would she desire such a power? Imagine being stuck, far away from this village. You don't have any way to return to your loved ones. To make matters worse, you're in a place you don't know, with beings unlike anything you have ever seen before. Now, let us say you had a power that would let you go anywhere you want. Where would you go? Are you saying that... Yes. Even they weren't aware of it. They must have subconsciously felt they were different from you. They only wanted to go home. Home. Kinda, I guess. I just want to cast a spell and see what would happen. Tu-chan told me that if I ever felt like that, I should ask her first and go with it. So I did. And since she didn't warn me about anything, I figured it was just like any other spell. I think it's normal, Mako-chan, whether it's humans or spirits, everyone wants a place they call their own. A place where they are accepted for who they are. Isn't that right, Elder-sama? But you accept me for who I am, don't you, Takani? I would certainly feel sad if everyone ended up rejecting me simply because of who I am. Surely, not all spirits are good at heart, but perhaps we have been too quick in labeling them all evil. For a moment, I saw the elder's eyes wander sideways towards the room Narumi and Machiko had moved to, and his gaze softened. I can't see his eyes. They're all like lines and stuff. That's okay, I don't judge. Unfortunately, some of us have suffered quite a lot at the hands of spirits. It will take time for people to come to terms with those feelings, Takahiro-kun. Meanwhile, in a room off to the side of the main room, the guard lieutenant was watching over the older fox spirit as she seemed to be in the grips of a minor panic attack. No, this can't be right. This can't be true. I'm from this world. This world. I belong here, don't I? But maybe you should sit down or, like, lay back or something. I can get you a pillow if you like, or... No, you cannot possibly understand. You cannot know what it is like to have everything you knew your whole life just pulled out from under you completely. Actually, I do. Uh-oh. Is this gonna be the sad story about how the Dots killed their family? Fuck. Sorry, Narumi. What do you mean? It was a while ago now. I was still just a kid, maybe 5 years old. There was an incident involving those other spirits. I don't know exactly what happened, but there was a big fire, and my parents got trapped inside. They never made it out. So yeah, don't tell me I don't know what it's like to have your whole life torn apart. I'm sorry. I did not know. I could not have known. That almost makes it worse. You should know. You should know exactly what it did to me. How it made me feel. Pardon? I do not know what you are talking about. Narumi, was it? Narutan. What? That's what you used to call me. Oh, shit. Okay, that's what you used to call me, Chi-chan. You used to call me Narutan. Used to play together almost every day. That's how you should know. I was with you when the incident happened. You don't even remember. Oh, fuck. I thought she was calling her Chi something before because she just couldn't pronounce or say her name because whatever. Oh. Shit just got deep. The girl collapsed onto one knee, clutching her head. I remember the village glowing orange. A girl younger, resembling you. Why could I not remember this before? Machiko? My head hurts. I remember seeing you cry. You screamed for your parents and then you were calling out my name as I ran. I had to. The villagers, they wanted to catch us. All spirits. They didn't care that we had been playing by the river all day. I couldn't explain it. I had to run. I can't believe it. Naruten. I am so sorry. The fox spirits reached out for the guard, who pulled back instinctively. As she did, the pain seemed to disappear, and Machiko looked more relieved than anything. I know. Not yet. I can't just forget about all that. It isn't that easy. But you did stand up to that slime the one you called Sakura. You risked your life for Mio, and for the village, and that's worth giving you a chance for. I can't promise a miracle though, because she barely even listens to me. But I'll try to talk her down. She really isn't cold, heartless captain everyone thinks she is. Thank you. Thank you for giving us a chance, Naruten. I promise. Mako and I will do our best. Perhaps you could tell me more about the incident? I'd rather not. It isn't a happy story. But if you do me a favor, I might be more willing to tell you more. I want to get stronger. I couldn't do anything earlier today. I couldn't protect anyone. I don't have the brains for magic or anything like that. But that Takahiro guy knows some pretty flashy moves. If you get him to teach me some, I'll tell you about what happened. Deal, Chi-chan? Why don't you just ask him? I'm sure he'd be like, oh yeah, this is how you do judo. You just, you put your hand out and just shake it all about. Then you do the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around and then you punch a guy in the face. And then throw him across the room. Simple stuff. Yeah, he had no problem doing that. I'm not too sure. That seems like a bit of an unfair deal on my part. Perhaps you could sweeten it for me? Just a little? Always the charmer, huh? Alright, how about this? I'll tell you something about when we were younger. Like when we used to play together in the woods near the village. There's a little stream there that we used to fish in. Sometimes you would sneak into the village with me and we'd play pranks on the shop owners, knocking on the doors and running away. Silly kid stuff. You even show me your magic, your illusion abilities, but you said you didn't like doing it all that much because it made Mako cry. That's right, when Mako saw me transform for the first time, she got so scared she ran away and nearly hurt herself. How could I possibly have forgotten that? Naruten, thank you for telling me that. I swear I will get Taku-kun to help you. Thank you! The girl stepped forward once again, this time wrapping her arms around the surprised guard, who did not pull back. As the two women hugged each other tightly, the fox spirit began trembling. Hey. Come now. We should probably get back to the others. They're probably wondering where we've gone. Oh, it's all everyone in the same screen. Lovely. Forgive me for my absence. I must admit I did not expect such revelations. Taka-kun, have you explained the situation? Yeah, I think they get it now. But it's probably going to take a while for the villagers to accept you. I do believe it will be in everyone's best interest to see the true nature of the fox spirits. While I can't promise that friendships will be forged today, let it be known that from now on the fox spirits are welcome in our village, and will receive the same respect as any guest should. Thank you, Elder-sama. My sister and I are very grateful for your hospitality. However, the laws of this village shall apply to you three as well. Takahiro-kun, I believe it will be in your best interest to learn more about the village. Tsukino-dono, Narumi-chan, leave him in your care. And try not to put him back in that cell, you two. Oh, now she has the dots. Goddamn dots. You've got it, Oji-sama. We'll do our best. What about Mako-chan and Machiko-san? I would like them to stay here for the time being. We need to discuss what to do, should the other spirits choose to return. Elder-sama, I would like to stay with you for that conversation. It is my duty to protect the village and those within it from any perceived danger. This includes you. I also believe it would serve me well to hear this firsthand. Of course, I expected nothing, Tsukino Dono. Narumi-chan, how about you take Takahiro for a walk? And do not think that this is a date, young man. You are going to need more than that show earlier to earn the right to date my granddaughter. What? Narumi's your granddaughter? Well, what do you know? I think you're making that up. The man laughed heartily as I blushed, smiling weakly. At least I wouldn't end up cuffed and brought to a jail cell this time. Maybe it would even turn out to be a pleasant experience. Next time on Sakura Spirit. I stuttered as I briefly visualized how Narumi would have looked without the underwear, but quickly cleared the thought from my mind. Did you though? Did you really? I don't think so.